Literature-based curriculum has a reputation for being a bit of a budget blower, and it can be if you need a dozen, 2 dozen, even 3 dozen books for the year. But there are some really easy ways to make it more affordable. So today, let's talk about some ways that you can save money when you're using Addall or any literature-based curriculum that don't require you going to your local library every week. Now, this video is part of a collaboration with some other ladies sharing about Addall. I will leave the playlist link below so you can go check out some of the offerings, and I'll also leave the links for the videos that I've done about Addall's high school science programs. I have one on their botany, chemistry in the kitchen, which you guys know we love that one, and their physics. For Addall curriculum, and I'm sure this applies to other publishers as well, they have Facebook groups for their curriculum. In those Facebook groups, you can buy the books you need. Some people will sell them individually or a big lot of all the ones they've used that year. This is one of the best ways to get books all in one fell swoop, or most of the books, and at a really reasonable price. And in the spring, as families start finishing up their curriculum, you'll start seeing them go up for sale, and they'll go up through the summer and sometimes even into the fall. So first stop is always the Facebook groups. Number 2, did you know that you can get out-of-area library cards for libraries all across the country? North Carolina has a fantastic interlibrary loan selection, and our digital collection is statewide. So we have a lot of choices, but it's not always enough. So for the price of just a few books, full price, you can get a year's worth of digital books from libraries all over. For example, the Charlotte, North Carolina library has their out-of-residence card is about $40 for a year. Anchorage, Alaska is $35 a year. There are ones in California and Florida and all over the place that don't require you to be a resident of that locale or that state even. $40 for a year's worth of digital books is a fantastic option. And usually between our state, and we subscribe to a couple different out-of-area ones because we go through a lot of books, I'm able to buy or to find almost all of the books we need for literature-based curriculum. Now, I will say that there are, depending on the curriculum, there are books that I still end up buying, and I'll get to ways to save on that here in a moment, because they're ones that are used throughout the year, and so it's just easier to buy them. But for the ones that you only need for a short amount of time, this is a great option. And then the bonus is that you can use it for your personal or other subjects as well. And I will leave a link down below to a site that has gathered up information from all over the country. Some of the ones on her list do require you to be a resident of that particular state, but she's got all the details in there. So I will leave that link down there for you. Okay, number 3. So you have your local library card, an out-of-state or out-of-area residency card for a library or two. But who wants to go checking each library's website, especially if their digital collection is a separate database than their print collection? We've lived a few places where that was the case. So that's where the library extension comes in. And I've shared this before. I absolutely love this extension. It is the most used one on my browser. Once it's on your browser, when you are shopping on sites like Amazon, Barnes & Noble, adding books to your to-read list on Goodread, bookshop.org, it will scan the databases for your libraries and let you know which books are at which library, how long, if they're available or if they're checked out, how long the wait is for them. It is absolutely fantastic. So this is what I do after I've bought any used from the Facebook groups. I hit this next, And that way I can go through and see which ones are available at a library and which ones I need to put on my to purchase list. Now, if you've exhausted all of those options and you do have some books that you need to purchase, hop over to the Addall website, enter your titles, and it will scan the databases of several used bookstores and return to you the best price, including shipping. You can see it with shipping and without shipping. And so now you've streamlined that process of even looking for used books. Because while I love to get used books, I don't want to, if I have to check a bunch of websites, then are you paying with your time or with your money? I've used this website for probably a dozen years or so, and it's a favorite, absolutely, for our homeschool. And number 5, shop when Guest Hollow is on sale. And right now, if you're watching this in January live, it is on sale for their biggest sale of the year. Everything is 25% off. And so it's a great time to save, because if you can save on the curriculum itself, then you've got a little bit more room in the budget for buying any books that you still need to buy. And now that we've talked about some ways to save on literature-based curriculum, click on the video on your screen and you can get some of my tips for making it work for your homeschool, because that was something I was super nervous about when we started. All the links I mentioned will be down below. Check it out, and I will see you in the next video.